scroll on, but if you want to have a real talk, maybe think about something beyond this life, you could stay a while. So, there was a young lady who just passed away a couple days ago. She was a year younger than me, very involved in church, was an exceptional person. I didn't know her as well as I had hoped to know her, living in Florida and her being in Ohio, but we had worked together on a lot of things, and even though we weren't very close, she was a consistency to me, that she was a constant, that I knew that there was somebody out there that was doing great things for God, that loved God, that was giving their all, that was just living their life with 100% kingdom purpose. We just got the word that my grandfather has cancer, and it is the most aggressive cancer, and that he doesn't have much time. And actually, the nurses just let us know that he's going quicker than they expected. So you have an 83-year-old man and a 27-year-old girl, and all of a sudden, life gets put into perspective. That eternity is but a breath away, and it doesn't matter where you are, how old you are, what you've been through, what you're doing. When your time comes, your time comes, and that's it. And all you have to answer is what you did with the time that you had. You know, we can get very cliche and say, you know, life is not about how many breaths you take, but how many moments that your breath was taken away. And you know, and that's great, and you know, it's good to live a life of adventure and fun and to love, but ultimately, how did you spend your time? See, eternity is a conversation we don't like to have here on earth because we're so uncertain of it. If you're agnostic, if you're atheist, even if you're a Christian, we all fear that unknown. You know, scripture gives us some insight, but seriously, to think, gone forever from this life, what will happen to those you leave behind? What if you didn't get to do all that you wanted to do? But that's why we can never lose the perspective that eternity is so close. It's so close to us. It's no doubt that this world is heading towards a way that scripture shows us that is near his coming. But even then, Jesus could be coming back today for you. For you. He could be coming back for you. Maybe not, the trumpet's not sounding yet, but he could be coming back for you. And what are you doing with your time? I've shared this before. I've shared this message before, but we never share it enough. We don't talk about heaven enough. We don't talk about hell enough. Because this life is just 70-something years, maybe 90 if we're lucky. Oh my goodness. Time is but a vapor. Life is but a vapor. It just blows right by. We have to stop and sit as we get so lost in the busyness of this world that, you know, if you never pass another college class, if you never pick out another cute outfit, if you never change another dirty diaper, if you never get mom of the year, if you never get that promotion, if you never get your doctorate's degree, like all that stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Eternity is filled with people that spent their life on things that don't matter. And we're sitting over here still given the opportunity, still given the chance to make something of this time that we have. And what do? We waste it. We waste it. We waste it on pleasure and entertainment and frivolous drama and anxiety and fears and doubts of things that in the end are just minute and meaningless. I think we all need to take time in our lives ever so often. I'm not saying that we need to live in this moment of darkness and deep, thought all the time. You've got to live with joy. You've got to enjoy the blessings of God. That's what He created life for. Life abundantly. But sometimes we get so lost in the good, because that's what the world wants to portray, that this is the best life right here. You've got to live it up. You've got to make the most. You got to make the most money. You've got to have the most popularity. You've got to have all this. You've got to be in the best shape. You've got to have the best career, like everything. They want this life to be heaven, and it's not. I'm sorry. It's not, because in heaven, there's no pain. There's no death. There's no sorrow. And this isn't heaven, so I'm not buying into it. We need to stop buying into it. We need to reset our focus to what eternity is. It's a long time, and it's not that far away. So I pray today that this thought just helps you think, helps you reset, and reminds yourself that the little struggles that you're facing right now, they have nothing on eternity. They have nothing on what God has prepared for us if we prepare ourselves for Him. So wherever you are, whatever you believe, if you've been involved in church, if you've been a believer before and you're not, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Don't be that person that dies with regrets, because eternity is not worth the gamble. It's not. If you're somebody that's dealing with depression and you're considering suicide because the pain here is so bad, I understand. But pain for eternity? Are you ready to gamble with that? God is a just God, and I will say this: nobody will go to heaven that doesn't deserve it, and nobody will go to hell that doesn't deserve it. I'm not God, so I'm not placing anybody in heaven or hell, but I would rather live my life here as much as I can for heaven, and die and find out that I was mistaken, and oh well, at least I lived a good life, then live a whole life here doing whatever I want, not caring for others, not being, taking, the credit for my consequences and my bad actions. I'd rather do that than wake up in eternity and realize that I was wrong and there is a heaven and hell. I like the expression, I'd rather make heaven by a mile than hell by an inch. There's never too much that you can do for God. And there's never too much that you can do to secure your eternal salvation and your eternal home with Christ. So, I love you guys. Take all the breaths you can today and thank God for another day. Make the most of it. And remember, eternity